56 days. In the last 56 days, the New York Jets have one measly win, and that came at home against an injured Trevor Siemian and the 32nd ranked Chicago Bears defense, who had starters limping off the field left and right. There's silver linings to the season. I know there's improvements. I see the young talent. I understand that. I'm going to get there in a day or two. But I can't get with how this ended. I can't comprehend it. We were 6-3, 6-3 with a chance heading into that week. More than half the games have been played. Could have been a 1 seed that week. Now, that was never how the season was going to end, but to go from 6-3 to bottom out, and now either the Dolphins or the Patriots are going to get in ahead of us? My God, how? How did we go down like this? Getting out-willed, out-coached, out-manned, out-quarterbacked, out-blocked, out-tackled, out-hustled, out-executed, out-prepared, out-witted, outsmarted, out-kicked, out-punted, out-returned. This team collapsed in every single facet with multiple quarterbacks because Mike White played like trash. I understand he was clearly not 100%, but I've been giving it to Zach Wilson all year. Fair is fair. Mike White was awful. He didn't have a brain injury, and his decision-making was horrendous. Horrendous. Just tossing balls up for grabs. Could have had 2 more picks easily. Easily. We put up 6 points. 6 points against a bad defense that lost one of its best players and their middle linebacker halfway through the second quarter. Unbelievable. I wish I could point to just one guy. I wish I could tell you, if we fix that position, if we fire that coach, then it's all going to be great. But where do you start with this? Probably at head coach. I'm not firing anybody today. But we were out-coached for a month straight. Any way you cut it. The last 2 weeks, the biggest mismatch on the field has been Trevor Lawrence versus Zach Wilson and Geno Smith versus Mike White. But just as big, honestly, was Doug Peterson and Pete Carroll versus Robert Saleh. They took our head coach behind the shed. They mugged him. They jumped him. They kicked him while he was down. They took his lunch money. Robert Saleh got dog walked the last 2 weeks. Those 2 guys that won a Super Bowl, I understand all that, but ain't like their teams are that much better than ours. This was an epic collapse. Every level of the team. Veterans committing dumb penalties. Missing tackles. We're dropping passes. We're not making throws. We're wasting timeouts, then we don't have timeouts at the end. It's crap like when people say, when you get optimistic and people say, same old Jets, you'll see. And then shit like this proves them right. I hate it. I hate it. When we're 6-3 and other fans are saying, "Oh, just wait, it's the Jets are gonna be," and I'm like, "Yeah, come on, we're 6-3. We're definitely gonna make the playoffs." I'm not saying we're gonna win the Super Bowl. We're definitely making the playoffs. 6-3, 7-4, and you get the football gods smile on you on Christmas, and you can't even get one more week. You can't even push it to the final week when everything fell right for you on the out-of-town scoreboard. Robert Saleh's own words, the football gods made it possible. And you have 10 days to prepare, and you take a dump directly on the middle of the field. Embarrassing. It's crazy. It's crazy that it ended like this. And I'll get to the silver linings. Sauce, Brees, ABT coming back, Garrett Wilson. I get it. I'm not an idiot. I see the young talent. But I also see that we've mismanaged the most important position in sports. Dude, Mike White was hurt, but Mike White was out there because our quarterback room was an injured career backup in Mike White, a retired Joe Flacco, a Canadian Football League guy in Chris Trevler, and a colossal bust in Zach Wilson. JD was hired in 2019. It's 2023, most important game of the season. Those were our options at the most important position in sports. You got to figure that out. cut the check and get somebody in here. Enough is enough. Cut the check. I don't care what everyone thinks about Derek Carr, about Jimmy. I don't care anymore. Just whatever one you like best, cut the check, bring them in here, and let's go. Because 2023 needs to come with a playoff mandate. There's just no way around it. Like I said, I'm not firing anybody today. LaFleur, Ulbrich, Saleh. I'm not cutting Zach Wilson. But next year, you got to find a way to be one of the 7 teams that make the playoffs. A team quarterback. We might see Skylar Thompson in a playoff game, and we're going to be watching from our couches. Damn it. Go Jets.